one of the greatest college football coaches, probably current day, Nick Saban, had a lot to say at a press conference. I want to say yesterday, where he talked about Jimbo Fisher and what they're doing at Texas A&M, playing all the players, paying all the players that made them into the number one recruiting class, and also bringing up Jackson State and how Dion paid the top recruit in the country to come there. I'm gonna just go ahead, guys. I think Nick Saban. I think he's nervous because his reign as a college football dominant head coach is slowly but surely chipping away. I mean, and I think he sees the writing on the wall early with this NIL stuff because now kids are like, look, forget about legacy, adding to your pay, your checkbook, your trophy room. I'm gonna go over there and get this money. I'm gonna go get this money. No matter what. So I think he's salty, especially after coming off the way he lost to his former assistant, Kirby Smart, which is another guy that might, mess with that dominance, because Georgia's gonna be Georgia. But I think he's in his feelings, guys. I really think he's in his feelings because he's in fear of his dominance coming to an end. And then with the last couple of years, Texas A&M being pretty much your arch rival and you don't even know it. Johnny Manziel years, even last year they lost to Texas A&M. I think he sees Texas A&M as a threat. What do you guys think? We're gonna start with you, John.
It did sound like a disclaimer. It was almost like a, hey guys, this is the listen, there's this stuff going on. Other schools are taking advantage of the rules and all that stuff, and so it's gonna not we're not gonna get the same things we've been expecting for the last 7 8 years, whatever. But no one else heard it that way. Like they heard it as like this is a personal attack, and that shows like how like a little out of touch he is, that like he can say something so matter of factly and not understand like we understand you're making a disclaimer for yourself, but you took a lot of shots in that, and I don't think he realized how many shots he took. And he came out and apologized for his comments, but the other two guys aren't taking that. And I'm excited because Dion said he's going to say what he's going to say his piece tomorrow. I'm excited to see what he has to say. But Jimbo said, Mr. Fisher, he said, yeah, Nick Saban called me and I called a press conference. Like, because they asked him, like, oh, did you answer his call? He said, no, I didn't answer his call. He said, he called me and I called a press conference, pretty much what he said. But yeah, man, he went off, and I'm excited to hear what Dion got to say.
What you got on the wall?
Yeah, it's crazy though that like Mr. Fisher is coming out. Like what I took from what Mr. Fisher was saying, that it seemed like it was a lot of stuff going on in the past that was kind of possibly building up to this moment, I should say.
Yeah.
So some of the stuff that he was saying, he was just saying like you could ask some of the Saban's ex, I guess, like coaches and stuff of the real Saban. So I'm guessing he's saying like Saban's really not that type of I guess what's the word I'm looking for? The image
Holier than thou.
the image person of the NCAA that they're trying to make him. I'm guessing he has demons just like everybody else. I'm guessing that's what he's trying to say.
Yeah.
So it just seems like it's a lot of tension there between Fisher and Saban. So I'm just interested just to see how far this story is going to continue going on.
That's the thing, right? Is they were boys at LSU.
Right.
They were boys at LSU. And that makes me so, like you said, so he didn't just say these things as if like, nah, he's not as good a coach as y'all making him out to be. He made it sound like off the field, this is a bad person, like the way he was talking. And so it's like, but then he kept coming back and saying, I mean, I ain't say that, but I'm just saying.
You took it as that though, because what I took it as him saying, like, you think these kids just going to Alabama because they want a rich winning tradition? I took it as that. Like,
Yeah, but he called him all
He,
kinds of like despicable.
yeah,
Like this,
he said you think he's the god of football. He
but
has
he
demons
wasn't
too.
talking about football when he said them things. He said this that he was talking personal, and he made
No,
it.
he no, he clear. He said he was like you think he's the god of football, and he got some demons too.
But after that, he came back 3 times in the press conference because he dropped it, and then he brought it up, and they dropped it, and they brought it up again. That third time, he took personal shots. They sounded like personal shots. They had nothing to do with football, and it made it sound like he was saying Nick Saban off the field is not a good, like he's a bad person, and it's all going to come out eventually. That's what it sounded like.
I didn't take it as that, but you could be right.
Yeah,
You could be
yeah. I was
right.
about to say I feel like I kind of got that same concept though. Honestly, just from like I said, just some of the words he was using. Like I said, narcissistic, despicable. You know what I'm saying? If that's supposed to be your boy, you feel me? That's not really words that you use against somebody that you're supposed to be close with, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? That's just like, you know what I'm saying? We working together, and I'm like, man, damn, Nico, narcissistic than the motherfucker. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not cool. You feel me? I'm just saying, like, it's just that's just something you don't really say. You know what I'm saying? It's a party that you've been working with for years. You know, since the LSU days.